Yes.
All righty. Garrett, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in June of 2024, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Marissa by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there has been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you have presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And okay, that's it for you. Marissa, you have the easier job here, though. Only a couple questions. You heard that testimony?
I did, yes.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
I am not, no.
Perfect. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction, and because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be processing this. There is a 3-week appeal period on this. So in 3 weeks, we're going to be sending it to you, Garrett, and it'll be your responsibility to send Marissa her copies. Any questions?
We did fill out the waiver.
Did you? Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what's needed. I didn't see a waiver. So otherwise, I wouldn't have told you about the 21 days.
No, that's okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
I did see it was loaded up online. So
Okay, you've got a stipulation to proceed, but that's not a waiver. Those are different documents. Let me see if we've got something in court view that says otherwise. Because you can sign the waiver, and that'll get it over and done with.
that was the one that needed her signature notarized, correct?
Referee, the waiver is in the court, is in court view.
It is in court view. Okay, never mind then. It won't be. We'll need to make sure that that's noted on here. Sure. Thank you for bringing that up. So, okay, since it's there, then yeah, there's no 21-day appeal period. We'll make sure that gets matched up and we'll get this processed in the next day or so. Okay.
Okay, so I should be expecting the copies in the mail in the next.
Probably next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any questions other than that?
No, sir.
And thank you for answering that question with that, because that I think that's one of the rarest questions I've had. Most of the time, people don't even know what the waiver is, so I try not to bring it up because it tends to confuse people.
Okay.
And you're generally confused enough when you're coming here, so I try to make this slide through as easy as possible. But nice to meet both of you. Take care and stay safe.
Thank
We'll
you.
get that processed and get it to you, Garrett. No problem. Have a good morning or afternoon.
You as well.
Take care.
Yes,
All
I
right,
do.
next. All righty. Joshua, you filed this, so most of the questions are going to be shot at you. So, Alita, if you just care to listen in, I'll only have a couple questions for you at the end. All right, Joshua, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in, looks like February of 2024, correct?
Yes,
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it?
I believe so, yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes,
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
yes, I was.
And you were married to Alita by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes,
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
yes,
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
yes,
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child?
yes, I do.
Alrighty. Alita, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yes, I did.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yep.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Sorry, got to ask the question by law. Alrighty. With that being noted, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where the party, well, I think at least one of you lived prior, but both of you live in the state of Michigan, so we got that one right. And all you have to do is live in Kent County for more than 10 days, and this is the appropriate venue. So we have jurisdiction, and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll get this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document, so we'll be finalizing that. And when it's finalized, we'll be sending it to you, Joshua. It'll be your responsibility to send Alita hers. And I note that the support case is out of Acosta County. So
Yes.
I'm sure that the front of the courts will be conferring on that one and figuring out how to get that case moved to Kent County.
Okay, so when I get that, I just need to get a copy and give it to her? Is that?
Yeah, you have to give her copy because you'll be getting the final copies.
Okay,
So is our friend of the court case going to move to Kent County then?
It should. That way all cases are combined. Otherwise, you have to file one case in one county and one case in the other county. You don't want to do that. Normally, they bring the one case into the county where the divorce was finalized.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good luck to both of you. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Have a good day. Nothing but the truth in giving testimony. Okay,
I do.
next. All righty, and I see we have a countdown in the background. So,
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
uno, dos, tres, yeah.
You can read it. That's good. My students probably do good too.
In any event, yeah, I had to take 2 years of Spanish and about a year of French, and just like my piano, I took 4 years of that and can't play chopsticks. So I understand some of it. It's just speaking it is not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in any event, Maria, most of these questions are tailored for you because you filed this complaint. So you filed a complaint for divorce back in June of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate to the best of your knowledge when you filed it?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to the best of your knowledge to this day?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Kurt by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. I have to ask, Kurt, you had the easier job. You heard that testimony?
Yes.
True and accurate, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document. So once that 3 weeks is elapsed, we'll get this to you, Maria, and it'll be your responsibility to send Kurt his final copies.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
All righty. Take care. Both of you stay safe. Good luck.
Thank
Right,
you.
you too. Thank you.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony.
I do.
All righty. Crystal, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in June of 2024, correct?
Yes, sir.
And all the allegations that were true and accurate when you filed that complaint?
Yes, sir.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
I moved here in May.
Okay, so you were a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 6
Yes.
months prior to filing a document, and you
Yes.
lived in Kent County for at least 10 days prior to filing that document.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, I normally like 98.9% of the people have lived here forever, so I get away with that question and combining it most of the time, but obviously not every time.
Not
All that's required is that you live in the state of Michigan for 6 months and you live in this county for 10 days.
yes.
But with that being stated, and you were married to Troy by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Correct.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes, sir.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No.
Okay. Troy, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yeah.
True and accurate, sir?
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction because the jurisdictional requirements have been met and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. There is a 3-week appeal period on this document. So once that time period has elapsed, Crystal will be sending you the final copies. It'll be your responsibility to send Troy his final copy. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Take care to both of you. Stay safe.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Barker versus Barker.
Okay. You'd have thought when I spread these things out, I would have done them in alphabetical order. I did not. All righty. Ah, we got the whole group. Been a while since I've had everybody show up. All righty, you both submitted a petition. Well, Geraldine, you're listed as plaintiff, so I'll do most of the questions with you. You and your future ex-husband filed a petition for a consent judgment of divorce to be entered approximately in May of 2024. Is that correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in that petition were true and accurate when you filed it?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were married to Rick by a person authorized to perform marriages?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I didn't hear.
Yeah, you were married to Rick by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Correct.
I have to have you married before I can divorce you. It's one of those prerequisites.
Yep, we sure were.
And oddly enough, these consent petitions do not list the fact that you're married. I still have not figured that out yet.
Yeah.
The law does not make that many presumptions, and the presumption that you're married But in any event, in your opinion, there's been a breakdown of your marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Correct.
And you presented to this court that judgment of divorce that you both petitioned for, and you believe it's a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No.
I know, I got to ask the question. Sorry. Mr. Barker, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yes,
True and accurate, sir.
it is.
All right, Mr. Velzen, you're the plaintiff's attorney. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Not even of me? It's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while.
Well, I was wondering how your bar and your piano was coming.
The piano has been set outside. I'm still waiting for the walls. I've trying to get somebody to mud the walls in the basement to put in the bar, but my wife found a better bar. It's all made out of Jack Daniel's barrels,
Ooh.
including the chairs, which rock, and the storage for the. Now I'm going to get a couple of wine barrels and cut them in half and make the shelving unit with a mirror in the middle for behind the bar.
Very nice.
But I did get the piano completely stripped. It's sitting there waiting. I've actually sanded most of it, and she wants me to finish with the basement before I finish with the piano. But I still want to finish the piano bar. So,
Interesting.
yep. It used to be my desk when COVID started. I had started to take it apart to turn it into a bar. It's an old piano that we could not fix. And so I'd removed all the keys and all that. So it was a perfect shelving unit. When COVID started, that was my desk.
Oh, there you go.
And I still had the harp on it, which meant I could do little things like sound effects where I would take my finger and run it across and then make myself disappear. And then I'd run it across the opposite way and make myself reappear. So in any event, Ms. Schmidt, any questions, ma'am?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. In that case, I do find by and through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are definitely sufficient out of this document. There is a waiver in the judgment. So the court will be signing this and processing this in the next day or so, sending it to your office, Mr. Velzen, and you may distribute it appropriately.
Thank
All
you.
of you stay safe. It was good to meet you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. All righty.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Okay. Funny, there was already pro-con listed on this on the court file.
Yeah, it says proofs are preserved like a month ago. I don't know.
I was going to say there's no other note. It says they did a pro-con, so we did another pro-con. Suspenders and bootstraps, always good. Okay.
All right. All right. Do you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to use the other one.
Having technical difficulties, ma'am?
¿Tiene un poco de dificultad?
Mr. Duarte didn't need that translation. Mr. Guerrero was talking to the attorney.
Oh,
I don't think Mr. Duarte has any control over this one.
Now do you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Hello?
I heard
We're
you
having
before.
technical difficulties at our office today.
Miss Grauman, that seems to be a norm. We're gonna have to work. We're gonna get you a new IT crew. All righty, get Miss Duarte in the frame if you don't mind.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Duarte,
Okay.
is that you? Miss Duarte?
Nope. I'm going to join from my phone. It's just, I don't know what's
I got this one working, Attorney Grauman. This one's working now.
Somehow I didn't think that was Jennifer. Thanks for your patience, Mr. Guerrero. We'll get you in a minute.
Okay, Your Honor, fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. With all of her love of Marvel comics and Marvel movies, you'd think she'd be better at this stuff. Okay. These screens are switching. Mr. Guerrero, maybe you and I can go for another cup of coffee. We'll just give him a moment.
Okay.
Amy, we had one screen working. If you could just get both of you on that screen. Pick one. Hello? Mr. Guerrero, you're saving them because if it weren't for the fact that I had you here as an interpreter, I'd probably have put them back in the waiting room by now. But I don't want to waste any more of your time than necessary, sir.
That's fine. That's fine.
Come on, Miss Grauman. My clerk is asking for instructions, but like I said, I've got you here, Mr. Guerrero. I don't want to put everybody back in a waiting room.
Okay.
Alrighty, both can hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Alrighty.
Sorry about that. Oh boy,
Okay.
both
All right.
computers.
Yep. All right. Put both of you on the screen, please. Thank you. Ms. Duarte, please raise your right hand and don't slap your attorney.
Levante su mano derecha, por favor. Yes.
All right. And maybe I misspoke. I should have told you to slap your attorney for all the issues with her computer.
Debería haberle pagado con la mano a su abogada porque tiene problemas con la computadora.
Me quedé así.
Ms. Duarte, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter in May of 2024, correct?
Sí.
And all the allegations, and all the allegations that were true and accurate when you filed it to the best of your knowledge?
¿Todavía existen?
Oh, sí.
Yes, yes.
All righty. And you were married to Jose by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Sí.
Yes.
And I got myself lost. You were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that complaint?
Sí.
Yes.
And as to your marriage with Jose, there's been a breakdown of that marriage to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Así es.
Yes.
And you have given to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Sí.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
No.
Ms. Grauman, any questions?
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Sorry
Thank
for
you.
the earlier mishap.
You know, we got to have something go wrong every once in a while just to let us know when things are going right.
Algo tiene que salir mal de vez en cuando para que añadir un poco de especie a la vida.
I do find buying through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where the parties live and the proofs are sufficient to enter the document. So we'll be processing this and getting it to your office, Ms. Grauman.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I have another one, Brahida. So just don't kick me out of the waiting room. I want to make sure I'm able to stay.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll have you reset. Is there an interpreter necessary for that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Guerrero is here for that. Okay.
Yes.
You filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in October of 2023, correct?
Sí.
And
Yes.
all the allegations in that complaint were true and accurate when you filed it?
Sí.
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day?
Sí.
Yes.
And there is currently a court order indicating that there are no minor children of the marriage because all the children born from the day of the marriage are not the husband's.
¿Cómo?
Sus hijos, no hay hijos por parte de este hombre con usted.
No.
No.
There are no minor children, Your Honor. The children have aged out. And then there was a revocation of paternity for the ones that were born during the marriage.
I kind of guess that's what I was alluding to about the ones that were born of the marriage that the husband is not the father. Trying to cover all the bases here.
Yeah.
Estamos tratando de cubrir todas las bases aquí.
And you believe this judgment is a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
No.
Ms. Grauman, any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta, señora Grauman?
We asked for the breakdown of the marriage, correct?
Thought I did, but yeah, you don't want to be, you want a divorce, correct, ma'am?
Do you want a divorce? Do you want a divorce? Divorcio? Yeah. Okay.
Usted quiere el divorcio? Yes.
I thought I asked it, but I've gone through so many of these already, who knows? I do find buying through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are sufficient to enter the document.
Thank you.
Mr. Guerrero, have a good afternoon. Amy, good luck.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean,
Give
I need to
Stark,
buy some new computers.
give Stark Industries a call, okay?
Oh, I wish.
Maybe you can
Thank
get
you.
Jarvis. All righty. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care.
Thanks.
I did ask the breakdown, right?
I thought you did, but
Okay, I thought I did too. All right. You never know. Like I said, I've done so many of these, and that one was Mr. Hilder. Welcome back. All righty. Next. Mr. Gillespie, can you hear me?
Hey, John, how are you? You Judge?
All right. How's it going? Boy, that beard's coming in strong.
Eh.
You're supposed to wait till winter, man.
I'm doing my best.
Well, depending upon the costume my wife chooses for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, I may have to at least grow a goatee. So we'll see. Been a while. In any event, Mr. Gillespie, I don't think Mr. Gillespie connected. He's here, but can you hear me? Okay, because we can't hear you.
Try and unmute.
Yeah. No, it looks
turn
like
your
it's
volume up.
Turn the volume up because it looks like it's unmuted.
Microphone on.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Excellent.
Batteries to power, turbines to speed. Although you guys are too young to remember that one. That was the beginning of the old Batman series in the 60s. That's how you got the Batmobile going. In any event, sir, you filed a complaint for divorce through your attorney's office back in February of 2024, correct?
That is correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Lauren by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, Lauren is not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. Mr. Helder, any questions, sir?
No, that's it.
All righty. In that case, I do find by and through that testimony this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are sufficient to enter the document. So we'll move this along. There's a waiver in the judgment, so we'll get this to your office, Mr. Helder, for distribution as soon as possible.
I appreciate it.
Good to see you. Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Welcome. Did you connect, sir? Yeah, we lost you there for a second. Brought you in and then lost you. Alexis, is your attorney going to be here?
No.
Okay. Since this is a pro forma hearing, it's not necessary really for the defendant to be here at all. But since you're here, welcome.
Oh, okay.
No, you're always invited. It's just that sometimes, what we needed here was your signature.
Oh, okay.
On the judgment. Once we got that, you're kind of done. But you are more than well. You started this together. You're going to end this together. Okay. Normally, I get to say you started this standing next to each other and you're ending it standing next to each other. But that's when we were in my courtroom. But in this case, so we're here in the matter of Drier. John, you filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in December of 2023, correct?
Yes.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you signed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to Alexis by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child or children?
Yes.
Okay. And that's all I have for you. Alexis, you had the easier job. You heard that testimony?
Yes.
True and accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. In that case, I do find by and through the testimony that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. Mr. Drier will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility once you get it to send Alexis her copies.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck.
Yeah, bye.
Sean Cox can't get rid of us today. Spent what?
You had to look at
Spent
my
what?
ugly mug for 3 hours this morning, and now you're stuck with it again.
Almost 4 hours this morning in person yet. At least you made it back to home. Well, you made it home. Okay, good. Mr. Juergen, did you connect, sir?
Yes, I am. If you can hear me.
Alrighty. Perfect. I do not believe we have Misty present. Are we expecting her, Sean?
I was not aware if she was appearing, but I was aware we had a signed consent
Yeah.
judgment.
You have a signed consent judgment, but you know,
I knew we needed Ray here for sure. So
yeah, since everybody's signed it, I figured you guys are more than welcome. I'll just get you through it. Alrighty, sir. You filed a complaint for divorce in this matter back in February of 2024, correct?
Yes.
And all the allegations in that document were true and accurate when you signed it?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes, sir.
And you were married to Misty by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of the marriage?
Yes.
And you believe it's in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, Misty is not currently pregnant?
No, she's not.
Okay. Mr. Cox, any questions?
no questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody. I do find by and through that testimony that this court has jurisdiction and the proofs are sufficient under the document. There's a waiver in the judgment, so we'll be getting it back. Mr. Juergen will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility to send Mr. Cox the copies for Misty. Okay? Since you're the plaintiff, since you're the plaintiff, you're the one that gets to do a lot of the legwork. Alrighty.
Okay, so you're going to send me the documents.
We'll send you the document. We'll send you the documents. Then you'll need to send a final copy over to Mr. Cox's office.
No problem.
Alrighty. And then it'll be Mr. Cox's responsibility to send the final copy to Misty.
Okay.
Alrighty. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you again, Sean. Sorry, we had a trial this morning, all morning.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, day 2 and day 3 are already scheduled, so it's.
Those are going to be long ones.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a day 4 and 5 and 6 too.
So, oh, not good.
Yeah. In any event, have a good afternoon, sir.
You too, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
All righty, next. Miss Steffes. Welcome.
How are you today?
So far, so good.
Good.
It's been moving right along. We had an in-person hearing this morning, and now I've just got a bunch of pro-cons to do, and then I'll deal with some child support issues. And
Well, hopefully this is the easiest and fastest part of your day.
It's
supposed to be.
It's not that hard. It gets very tedious, but at the same time, there are times I lose my place. It's like, did I ask that question already? Yeah, 13 other times.
Been there, done that myself.
Yeah. Ms. Sheick, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
Okay, is it Sheick or Sheick?
Sheick.
Sheick, okay. Thought I'd better to ask.
That's okay.
All righty. Well, I should have known. I get a 50-50 chance, and yeah, I'll pick the wrong 50 every time.
You can try my first name. We can see how that goes.
All right, Ryan.
Yes, you did it. Correct.
See? Read a lot of Shakespeare. You can pronounce almost anything.
That's not a lie.
But in any event, we are here in the matter of Sheick. You filed a complaint for divorce through your attorney's office back in, flip the pages, June of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in that complaint were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to this day, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document?
Yes.
And you were married to William by a person authorized to perform marriages?
Yes.
And there has been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable?
Yes.
And you have presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage?
Yes.
And you are not currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. Ms. Steffes, any questions, ma'am?
No.
Ms. Sheick, I do find by and through that testimony and a review of the judgment that this court has jurisdiction because this is where you live and the proofs are sufficient to enter the document. So we'll be getting that processed, and we'll be getting it over to your office, Ms. Steffes, for distribution appropriately, since there's a waiver in the document. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you very much.
I tell a bad dad joke, but
It's okay.
It can be emotional on this day. you know?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. And sometimes,
Sorry.
I never know what the courtroom is going to be like. I have people come in and they're laughing and partying and high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
And they've never met. And then I have other days that half the group is crying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I remember at my grandmother's funeral giving the eulogy, and I had not cried up until that point. And boy, when I started talking, I couldn't stop it. I think that a lot of people going through this process feel that very same thing today.
Severe emotion is severe emotion.
Yeah, it is. And
High
it
and low.
takes a long time to get here, and then the day that it happens.
It does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then the day it happens, which is why I try to keep the mood in the courtroom a little light.
Thank you. I
deal with
appreciate
heavy
that.
things. Yeah, Well, in that vein, all right. Why do pirates have a hard time playing cards?
Why?
Because the captain's always standing on the deck.
Oh my gosh.
You can always count on referee Kmetz for the good jokes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I
Bad
think
jokes,
good.
probably, but that's
I was
all
going to say
right.
I think good needs to be put in quotes.
Yeah.
Fair.
But
Thank you.
it's better to have you leave smiling.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you
so much.
Have a good afternoon, everyone.
You
Take
too.
Thank
care.
you.
All righty.
Thanks, Edie.
Bye.
Thank you.
Dana, could you unmute, please?
Sorry about that.
Oh, no need to apologize. Welcome. Oh, you're both together. Okay.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Okay. Like I was trying to tell somebody earlier, you started this standing next to each other, you could end it the same way. All righty. We will begin with Patch versus Swanson. You're sitting so close. Dana, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand carefully so you don't smack him. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
And Mr. Swanson, please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in giving testimony?
I do.
Alrighty, I'd like to say that starts off being funny about don't smack him, but I have actually had that happen when they're sitting close to one another in the past because they're not paying attention. So I've actually like, okay, let me give the warning. It's kind of like this. This one comes with a warning label. Alrighty, Dana, you filed a complaint for divorce this matter back in May of 2024, correct?
Correct.
And all the allegations in it were true and accurate when you filed it, to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
And they remain true and accurate to the best of your knowledge to this day.
Yes.
And you were a resident of Kent County in the state of Michigan for at least 6 months prior to filing that document.
Yes, I am.
And you were married to Carl by a person authorized to perform marriages.
Yes.
And there's been a breakdown of that marital relationship to the extent the objects of matrimony are broken and irreconcilable.
Correct.
And you presented to this court a judgment of divorce that you believe to be a fair and equitable division of your marital assets, debts, and all issues of your marriage.
Correct.
And you are not currently pregnant.
No, I'm not.
All righty. Carl, you had the easier job here. You heard that testimony?
Yep.
True and accurate, sir?
Yep.
In that case, I do find by and through that testimony, this court has jurisdiction, and because this is where you live, and the proofs are sufficient under the document. So we'll be getting this processed. My clerk just noted that there is a waiver of the 21-day appeal period in the court records. So we'll be getting this processed in the next day or so and sending it to you. Well, Dana will be sending it to you. It'll be your responsibility to give Carl his copies. All righty?
Yeah.
Yep. Have a good afternoon to both of you. Take care.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, we have a good bunch of them this afternoon.
No problem.
I still have more.
Will we receive that by email or?
You'll receive
mail?
it by mail because you need the actual copies.
I see. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. You'll need them when you retire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So, I don't know. You want me to just give them the gist of it, Ms. Lipford?
Sure. So we learned that that Mr. McKenzie, as the payer of support, is currently receiving SSI benefits. And that is not something that we can use to as income to calculate support, and it is also not something that we can use to garnish to pay child support arrearages. So our hands are kind of tied in terms of those two issues, and we're requesting at this time that the case be administratively closed and that support be set at 0 until the time that Mr. McKenzie receives income in addition to the SSI income or any sort of assets with which he could pay support on his arrears.
Yeah. Basically, according to the motion, there's about $1,000 in arrearage is still left. What will happen is that's put in an administrative account, and we cannot collect on it as long as he's taking SSI. But if he ever wins the lottery, they automatically notify us and we grab it. I have had that happen, but Mr. McKenzie, you have to play the lottery to win the lottery. Just one of those things.
Yes, sir.
I made my wife and I were talking about retirement last week, and I made her play. So, but in any event, any questions? Ms. Skydeman, you're the plaintiff. Any questions, ma'am?
Nope, I'm totally happy with it.
No problem. And Mr. McKenzie, any questions, sir?
No, sir. I am happy as well.
I'm glad. That's unusual. I don't get to make people happy. That's not my job. But thank you. Thank you so much. In any event,
Thank you.
Take care to both of you. Like I said, this is in compliance with federal and state law. We can't collect on SSI. So, alrighty. Motion granted, Ms. Lipford.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great
Thank you.
afternoon, everybody.